Hey, my banjo people. Today, per request, I'm gonna do a little my walkthrough on Waterbound by Dirk Powell. Honestly, one of my favorite little pieces. I'll play it here, and then yeah, we'll get into it. So that's all of Waterbound. It's separated into like a couple different parts that I like to think about. Forgive me, I haven't played this in a minute, so I might be a little rusty. Obviously, our tuning, it's basically sawmill, so standard tuning, except drop that second string down to a half step. So if you're in G, not drop it down, raise it up a half step. So bring it up to C. So standard G tuning, bring that second string up to C. But what's different about the tuning you use for Waterbound is this fifth string, my drone. I drop it down from G to F, so I get this really nice action there. All right, let's get started. The chord shapes that we'll be working with this song, pretty simple. It's really, those are the big ones, and then we do, stuff that are just open that we fret on top. Our first chord here, will sit between a lot of these. On our bass string, we're on our third fret. On our third string, we're on the second fret. And then if you see, my ring finger has my first string also on the third fret. So we get this really nice. I love this chord. It's fun to mess with. And then our second chord is literally both our third and our fourth on the second fret. Usually, I'd say do it like this with my ring and middle finger, but you'll see why for this song I use my index and middle. It feels a little weird at first, but honestly, you'll see the way it's played where I have to transition between the two chords. It's so much nicer to have it like this versus this, because we do some cool hammer-ons between the chords and kind of transition. Well, anyways, we start our song just open. So we bounce between our first and second, and then we can either do a slide from our second to third on our first string, or we can do a hammer-on onto our third. I kind of switch between the two, get a different taste. And then let's see. So we do that little slide or hammer-on, whatever you do, and then we do a pull-up and do our chord. So I'm gonna try and do that slower. I'm not too good at explaining things, so. So let's see. Slide, second string, and then I like to go on my bass and hammer on my full chord. So that's what you should have. Oh shoot. That's what you should have, your chord. And then from our chord, let's see. Dang, it's been a minute. We hammer on this string, play our second string open, so I'm not too good at explaining things, so I'm just going to show it a lot. What I like doing on that part as well It's kind of tricky, so if you're just figuring it out, don't worry about it. I like doing this little, instead of just pulling off, I do like a hammer on and then a pull off. So it would be like, that's how I like to do it. Adds a little bit of pizzazz. And then you kind of see how I fall into that chord from bringing my middle finger from our bass to our second here. And you can either do it like Dirk Powell, where between the chords he has no like spaces. And what I mean by that, like if I play it, I like putting space between it, then going into my next thing. Dirk Powell, he doesn't do the space, so it's like there's no space between the changing chords. I like having space in there. Dirk Powell does it another way. Do it how you want it. Next chord. What we do here. Hammer on our, not hammer on. Hit our bass. So, bum, 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 bum. And then we're back into that chord, which you go, bum, bum, ba-da-ba-ba. Bum, ba, ba-da-ba-ba. So it's kind of like three parts, like da, 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 da. That would be our third part. So let's see. First part, second part, third part, and fourth part. So really, second part and fourth part, the same thing. Which you can also do that. That's just preference. So I'm going to play it slow. Try and match my pace if you can. If not, slow down the video. I don't know. I'll do my best. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll do it with the space. Go. That's Waterbound. If you have any more questions, because I really do suck at explaining things, ask me in the comments anything that I missed or you have more questions on. And then, yeah, if you want me to like show it again with like a short or something, just ask. Yeah, all right. Cheers.